Understanding the mark of the beast. The concept of the mark of the beast is one of the most intriguing and often misunderstood topics in the Bible. It's mentioned explicitly in the book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, which is filled with prophetic visions and symbols. Let's dive deep into the biblical text, historical context, and practical implications for believers. Biblical context, The primary passage concerning the mark of the beast is found in Revelation chapter 13 verses 16 through 18. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. That number is 666. In order to understand this passage, we need to consider several key aspects: the identity of the beast, the nature of the mark, and the significance of the number 666. The identity of the beast. The beast is a prominent figure in Revelation, representing an anti-God power. Revelation 13 introduces two beasts, one from the sea and one from the earth. The sea beast is often associated with political power and oppressive regimes, while the earth beast is linked to religious deception and false prophecy. Historically, many scholars have identified the sea beast with the Roman Empire, given its pervasive influence and persecution of early Christians. The earth beast could symbolize the emperor cult and the false prophets who led people to worship the emperor as a deity. The nature of the mark. The mark of the beast is described as something placed on the right hand or forehead, signifying allegiance to the beast. This mark is contrasted with the seal of God given to the faithful in Revelation chapter 7 verse 3. Whereas the seal of God represents divine protection and ownership, the mark of the beast signifies loyalty to anti-Christian forces. The mention of the right hand and forehead might also be symbolic, alluding to Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 8, where God's commandments are to be bound on the hand and forehead as a sign of devotion. Thus, the mark of the beast could represent a counterfeit form of worship and devotion. The number 666. The number 666 has fascinated and puzzled readers for centuries. It's described as the number of a man, which many scholars interpret through the practice of gematria, where letters are assigned numerical values. One prevalent theory is that 666 refers to Emperor Nero, whose name in Hebrew, Nrwnqsr, adds up to 666. Nero was notorious for his cruelty and persecution of Christians, making him a fitting archetype for the beast. Historical interpretations. Throughout history, the mark of the beast has been associated with various figures and entities seen as oppressive or anti-Christian. Early Church and Roman Empire. Early Christians, facing persecution from Rome, often viewed the empire as the beast. The mark represented forced participation in emperor worship and economic exclusion for those who refused. Middle Ages. During the Middle Ages, some saw the rise of Islam as the embodiment of the beast due to its rapid expansion and military conquests. Reformation era. Reformers like Martin Luther identified the beast with the Roman Catholic Church, particularly criticizing the papacy as corrupt and oppressive. Modern times. In contemporary settings, interpretations range from totalitarian regimes to advanced technologies, like microchips or digital IDs, potentially being used for controlling populations. Practical implications for believers. Understanding the mark of the beast has practical implications for how believers live out their faith today. Discernment and wisdom. Revelation chapter 13 verses 18 emphasizes wisdom and discernment in understanding the mark of the beast. Believers are called to be vigilant and discerning about the influences and powers that seek to draw them away from their allegiance to Christ. Allegiance and worship. The mark of the beast contrasts with the seal of God, highlighting the importance of allegiance. Christians are urged to remain faithful to God, resisting pressures to conform to systems and ideologies that oppose Christian values. Economic and social pressures. The mark of the beast also involves economic implications, as those without the mark cannot buy or sell. This highlights the potential cost of discipleship, where following Christ might lead to social and economic marginalization. Believers are encouraged to trust in God's provision and stand firm in their convictions, even in the face of such pressures. Avoiding speculation. While it's important to be aware of potential threats to our faith, it's equally crucial to avoid speculative and sensational interpretations. Over the centuries, many have been quick to label contemporary technologies or political figures as the beast, often leading to unnecessary fear and confusion. Instead, our focus should be on living faithfully according to the teachings of Christ, regardless of the changing landscape around us. Hope and victory. Finally, the broader message of Revelation is one of hope and ultimate victory. Despite the grim imagery and dire warnings, Revelation assures us that Christ will triumph over all evil. The mark of the beast is a temporary symbol of rebellion against God, but those who remain faithful will be vindicated. Conclusion. In summary, the mark of the beast in Revelation serves as a powerful symbol of allegiance and worship. It challenges believers to remain faithful to God amidst pressures to conform to anti-Christian systems. By understanding the historical context and the spiritual significance of the mark, we can better navigate our own times, staying vigilant and faithful as we await the ultimate victory of Christ. Remember, while the specifics of the mark might vary across interpretations and eras, the central message remains: our ultimate allegiance belongs to God, and we must be prepared to stand firm in our faith, no matter the cost. Let this teaching serve as a call to discernment, faithfulness, and hope in the face of challenges.